So a new guy's come out claiming to be an eyewitness to the unaliving of Kurt Cobain, which he says was not self-inflicted, but was a murder. The individual is Joe Burns. He played in a band called Aspirin Feast. He was also in the band Earth with Dylan Carlson and Kurt for a record that featured Kurt on that album. Now he claims that around the time Kurt returned to Seattle from LA after going to rehab right before his alleged self-unaliving, he came home that night from the airport. Everyone was at least around the house, including the male nannies who were drug fixers that were living there, Callie DeWitt, this one guy, Renee, I don't know the exact name on that one, but there was two male nannies there. One of them had actually lived there. One of them had left with Courtney to go to Los Angeles, where she was at the time. So Courtney's in Los Angeles while this is all playing out. Now Kurt supposedly comes home, according to Joe, his story, comes home that night. Everyone's looking for him. No one's seen him, but Joe sees him in the kitchen eating a Marie Callender's turkey dinner, which does match what's going on in the autopsy. The food was in his stomach, apparently. So he says, Kurt's like, oh yeah, I've been here, I just got home, whatever. And then supposedly they were, first of all Kurt's tires were slashed in his car, which is weird. And everyone's, supposedly up, doing drugs, partying. And Kurt, wanted everybody to leave. So he tells everybody to leave. And at that point, Joe said he got the sense something was kind of pre-planned, was popping off, and that Dylan had hit him with a syringe. Dylan, or an associate of Dylan Carlson's, had hit him with a syringe. He was there with two other guys, older guys, right? So he hits him with a syringe. He's getting him high. They're trying to get him to go upstairs with them. Joe has a bad feeling about it, like he's taking too much dope for what he's used to seeing Kurt take. And so he says, hey, I have a bad feeling about this, but the girls are like, we have a bad feeling, we want to leave. And Callie DeWitt's telling him to leave, so there's this big pressure for him and the girls to leave. And they begin to leave, but they start arguing about it kind of out in the parking lot because he doesn't want to leave. He feels like something bad's happening. And they say that while they're out there arguing about it, they hear a gunshot. So, and when you look at the autopsy results, it does seem like it is more a heroin overdose death than a shooting death, and the crime scene does not have an awful lot of blood for somebody who shot themselves in the head, whose heart's still pumping at the time. So there's a lot of questions, and his story does implicate a lot of people by name. He said that he was there with Bonnie Dillard. He said he was there with this girl Jennifer. Last name's slipping me, but she's the half sister of Macaulay Culkin. But most of the people that he claims were there, he listed by name, and they are still alive and could be asked questions, and that could either blow this whole thing up and show it to be a lie. Now, bear in mind, he himself is a drug addict still. He does look like he's reaching very poor health. This could be like a, hey, I feel like I'm going to die, so I want to get some off my chest, or it could be a, hey, I'm a addict and someone offered me $200, so I gave him a wild story, so they give me the money so I can get some heroin. It could be either way. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this guy's credible, but it is a very detailed account, and it does match the facts a lot better than the story we've heard so far.